That's fine, thanks. Good man.
Would you like coffee, sir?
Oh, thank you.
Number 29 on black.
19. 21. 17.
No more, mate. Another card.
10.
Black?
Yeah.
Les? I beg your pardon? Les? Leslie Drover. I think you've got the wrong man.
Oh, come on, Les. It's me, Phil Kirby, Bramrod. Bramrod Secondary Modern.
No, I don't think so. Excuse me.
That man.
Mr. Buchanan, sir.
Oh.
Do what Kirby tells you. Just do what Kirby tells you. Just do what Kirby tells you. Got it. Is this what you call pocket money? That's mine! No, Leslie, it's ours. Because we're friends. Half for you, and half for me. Right, Ginger. That's fair, isn't it? You shouldn't have done that, Drover.
Are you all right, sir?
Sorry, George. Just a dizzy spell.
Oi! You can't leave that there.
Picking up Mr. Kirby.
Phil.
Where are they? Do you know what that one said? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Some bottle. What have you done to them? Couldn't get a peep out the others. Cat must have got their tongue. What have you done to them? I'd be more worried about what I'm going to do to them if you don't pay your debts, Harry. Let's say you gave me another week. A week ago. What are they worth to you? I've been having to think about that. Terry here reckons they could be worth something out the Far East. Quite a delicacy, apparently. They'll eat anything between 2 slices of bread.
They've got their feelings, for Christ's sake!
Then get smart, Harry. For their sake. I just had an idea, Terry.
What's that, girl?
Chicken McParrot. Think anyone would tell the difference?
It was old Ginger, right, and Mudza holding her arms, right? And then I had a leg, and, it was Barnesy, that's right, holding the other leg, yes.
Yes. Yes, it was some throw.
Some throw. It was 15 feet if it was an inch. I tell you, Leslie, when you hit the deck, I thought we'd killed you. I'm sorry about your tooth.
Didn't we have fun?
Do you know, I knew you'd see it that way. Yeah, well, just lads arsing about, eh?
Well, exactly.
Excuse me, sir, but the car is double parked.
What are you telling me for?
Yeah, sorry, sir. It's just that if you're not coming out, perhaps I could find somewhere more permanent.
Well, that's your problem, isn't it? Eh? Eh? Eh?
Yes, sir.
Hey, that was a great wind-up you did with that reception. What was it she called you? Buchan? No, Buchan.
Buchanan.
Buchanan, yeah. Did you give her a first name?
Guy.
Guy! Guy! Oh, listen. What are you doing tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow I'm rather...
Oh, come on, it's Saturday. How important could it be? Look, I've got a horse running at Kempton Park.
You're in racehorses?
Yeah, well, just the one. Oh, yeah. Well, he's no dancing brave, but then again, who am I? Khalid Abdullah, eh? Never mind. Listen, come on. Come with me, right? And we'll do our stones on my GG and have a laugh, catch up, eh? What do you say?
I'd love to.
And England will certainly miss him, but after training yesterday, he reported severe discomfort in the injured Achilles and has to be considered doubtful for tomorrow's clash with the men from South America. Okay, that's the football roundup. Finally racing and full cards tomorrow at Doncaster, Haydock, Lingfield and Kempton Park. Kempton probably the best of these four, with a card featuring 2 group races.
Don't even think it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kempton Park. We have a 6-race card for you this afternoon, and we do hope to have an enjoyable and successful day in racing.
You ever see any of the lads these days? No, me. No, I'll tell a lie. I did see old Ginger on the telly a couple of months back. He's going up in the world.
Old Ginger?
Yeah. Rooftop protest, Parkhurst Prison. You know, I thought you were putting that accent on, but you're not, are you? You really do talk like that.
Well, don't you remember the way I used to talk?
Well, it never did me any harm.
No, obviously. All this from fax machines.
Yeah? Fax machines, radio telephones, satellite communication. Oh, I'll tell you, Leslie, this last 10 years have been made for people like you and me.
In the first race this afternoon, the Prescott Curious Maiden Stakes, the runners at the draw, the race card, here are the riders. Number 1 is written by W. Carlson, 2, Paul Henry, 3, T. Quinn, 4, S. Wood, allowance 3 pounds, 5, S. Walker.
So how'd you get on last night?
Pardon?
The casino.
Oh, I only go there to eat. Marvellous restaurant.
The casino? To eat?
And number 10 is written by Elder Tory.
Oh, hello.
Blinkers are worn by numbers 4 and 7. 10 runners for the Prescott Curious Maiden Stakes. Starting time, 2:15.
Oh, look at them. The punters, as if they're the slightest idea what they're looking for. What are they supposed to be looking for? Well, in this class of racing, any animal that's got 4 legs that doesn't bray.
Thanks for your vote of confidence.
Fraser, how are they hanging?
As we should, Philip. Fraser Hurley, I train Mr. Kirby's Prince of Power.
Leslie Drover.
Nice to meet you.
Prince of Power, score, please. Prince of Power, 5 score. Ticket number 261.
Pony, Prince of Power.
Prince of Power, 5 ponies. Ticket number 262.
Turn on the same, Tommy.
Prince of Power, 500 to 100. Ticket number 263.
Cheers, man. Monkey, Prince of Power.
Prince of Power, 2.5 grand to 500. Ticket number 264.
Don't know whether I fancy it that much.
Mr. Kirby.
Now, listen here to me. I don't want any of this hold them up to the last minute sort of stuff. I've had it down. Are you with me?
Never mind what the owner says, Timmy. Just ride them like I told you, all right? Right, Gav.
Leaving the paddock now in the chocolate with the white cross of the rain is Ricky Solo. And the last horse down will be the Fraser Hurley train, Prince of Power, in the red and yellow halves. Past halfway now, and there's not much pace on up front as Melling Madness continues to take them along from Caroline's Pride in second. Tucked away and yet to be asked a serious question by jockey Timmy Walker as Prince of Power. There's a gap of 2 lengths to Comedy Thriller on the inside of Strictly
Playing
Solo.
that Fraser, let him go!
He must have been held up, I keep telling you.
Running towards the half-mile cone, and it's still Melling Madness by a half length to Prince of Power under severe restraint in second. Caroline's Pride is in close attendance on the outside. It's a length back to Strictly Solo, racing together with Comedy Thriller as the leaders dawdling.
Get on with it, you punter!
Home then, and Melling Madness begins to increase the tempo. Strictly Solo is moving dangerously on the outside. Comedy Thriller is going sweetly on the inner, and Prince of Power is in danger of being boxed in as Caroline's Pride drops away. 3 to race, and Melling Madness has set sail for home. Comedy Thriller is back there on the inside, and Strictly Solo is still coming on the outer. Prince of Power is stuck for room and looking for a gap in fourth, and Prince of Power barges his way through and knocks Strictly Solo sideways. He can get the rest of these. They flash towards the 2, and it's a 3-horse war up front with Comedy Thriller on the far side. Prince of Power on the near side, and Melling Madness between horses. They've got a furlong to go, and Prince of Power heads to the front, but Melling Madness is not really wide, and Comedy Thriller is locked. 100 yards to race, and Prince of Power hunting by a half. And up the line, Prince of Power's won it. It's tight the second between Comedy Thriller and Melling Madness.
Didn't I tell you this man was a genius?
Thank you, God.
Second place. Steward's inquiry. Racegoers are reminded to retain all betting tickets.
It was
until
just
the
bad
result
luck.
of the inquiry is
Tim
announced.
went for a gap, closed just before he got there.
Here is the result of the photograph for second place. Second, number 3.
Congratulations.
Third, number
Thank you
9.
very much, thank you.
And the fourth horse, number 6.
Oh dear.
First, number
Had
10.
to do it, didn't you?
Power.
Eh? You just had to hold him up to the last possible moment, didn't you? Eh?
Third, number
Eh?
9,
Tim.
Melling Madness.
Leave him alone, Phil, he hasn't weighed in yet. And he rode the horse to my instructions.
Oh, yes. And who instructed him to get boxed in behind 3 other horses, eh? If you'd have gone sooner, you pillock, this wouldn't have happened.
It's all right, Timmy, weigh in. If you've got a problem, Phil, you don't take out my jockey, you know that.
Look,
Look, stay out of this,
I've
Leslie.
told you this before, Phil. You don't listen. If you give Prince of Power his head too soon, he runs out of steam. By the furlong pole, he'd have been going backwards.
Yes, but he'd have been up there with the pace and not stuck in a traffic jam.
That's racing.
Here is a call for Mr. Hurley, the trainer, or his representative. Would you please come to the weighing room? Mr. Hurley, the trainer, or your representative, to the weighing room, please. Here is the result of the steward's inquiry.
Here we go.
good luck.
The stewards found that number 10, Prince of Power, ridden by T. Walker, interfered with number 6, Strictly Solo, at the 3-furlong marker, causing the horse to become unbalanced and lose its action. Prince of Power is disqualified and placed last.
I am sorry.
The revised placings are as follows. First, number 3, Comedy Thriller. Second, number 9, Melling Madness.
Well, I think it was just bad luck.
Third, number 6,
Jockey went for the gap, closed
and
before he
fourth,
got there.
Number 1, Caroline Pride.
What would you know about it?
Well, these things
Weighed
happen
in.
in this class of
Weighed
racing.
in.
Eh?
Sorry, Phil, I've been kidding you along a bit. I own racehorses myself.
You old buggy, you know, sort of dicky bird.
Half a length and ahead. Half a length and ahead.
They stole my parrots.
Why didn't you say?
Because the reasons that I'm in racing are rather childish.
Childish?
Yes. Snob value. I like to mix with royalty at Ascot and Epsom. Mostly Saudi Arabian, but being part of the establishment seems to define who I am. Isn't that pathetic?
No.
Well, you're the lifeblood of racing. The small-time owner doesn't want to mix with high flyers and poseurs like me. You're in racing for what you can put into it, not for what you get out of it.
Did you make any money out of it?
Well, that's the silliest thing of all. Yes, I do. Rather a lot, actually. I'm not interested in horses who've already had their form exposed. Potential, Phil. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Anything potentially interesting at the moment?
Well, I'm not really looking at the moment. The syndicate's breaking up. Everybody wants to quit while they're ahead. Now, if I saw something now, I'd have to buy it myself outright.
And you don't want to do that.
Well, I'm not shaking my hammer. And you still keep in touch with these contacts?
It's a high-risk business, Phil.
Well, you look all right on it.
Well.
Look, I have to go. Where can I drop you?
Oh, no, I think I'll stay and watch the last, you know, and say hello to the stewards.
Well, you know what you can tell them from me, don't you?
Third, the Devil's Music comes out the pack to go fourth and brings Glen Maddie with him. The favourite's beaten and they're at the 2. Amenable quickly goes 3 clear, but Carson hasn't breathed on the Devil's Music. Glen Maddie is third and Elegant Rose has run a race in fourth. Amenable still by 3, but the Devil's Music looks menacing. Inside the furlong and Amenable is being reeled in by the Devil's Music.
Lord Buchanan, behold us with thy blessing once again assembled here.
Paralytic.
Can't deny that. My back teeth are afloat. What are you doing here? Cutting a tragic figure.
Not to me, you're not. You're pathetic.
I'm not in the mood, Buchanan, and I was here first. What do you want?
I want Harry Cassidy, and I want him sober. And then I want him to get me a horse.
Why do we do it?
Why do you do it? Sit down there.
I know how much it soothes you when I conform to the stereotype. You were saying?
The horse has to look the part. Doesn't have to be any good. Just look as though it might be.
Yeah, go on.
Well, the more obscure its pedigree, the better.
You've been reading too much Dick Francis.
Can you get me the ABC? It's over on the shelf. You can look it up. I want a connecting flight from Caracas to Nassau.
Around the world via Caracas.
Look, what do you want, Buchanan?
You should have a career in public relations, Iggy. Have you ever heard of a scientific technique called genetic fingerprinting?
Yeah, it's used as evidence in rape and murder cases, isn't it?
And for establishing parenthood. I presume you've got a video.
He's a good looker.
He's that all right. Morning glory, that's all he is. Catches pigeons at home but can't do it on the racetrack. God knows why.
Well, as I said, Mr. Goodfeather, that's what our research project at Trinity is all about. To try and establish the relationship between the outward appearance of the horse and its cardiovascular oxygen uptake yield response rate.
You mean if it looks good, why doesn't it run fast?
Yes, well, I suppose a layman might put it like that.
You know the worst of it? He fires blanks. We can't even use him at stud.
It's a hard life.
Now, tell me when you've lived it. If I sold him to you, when you've done all your tests, what then?
What do you mean?
Would you put him back into training?
Oh, well, I haven't actually thought about that.
Only I wouldn't want him winning for somebody else.
Well, from what you said, it doesn't seem very likely, does it?
It's a matter of pride. Do you understand?
Ah, yes. Yes, I do.
On that condition, then,
there you go. You're a generous man, Mr. Culfeather. Science will thank you for this.
Not when it sees there's appetite aboard.
Oh, I nearly forgot. What's it called?
Clint.
Clint, right. Clint. A horse with no name. I've done the business. A horse called Clint, a horse box, and change out of $2,000. He's perfect.
Good. I'll be at the Grosvenor. When can you get back?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What's wrong with today?
It's personal, Buchanan. Tomorrow. Your trainer fella isn't expecting me till then anyway.
Why did you bother?
Is there something wrong?
No, not that I can see. Fine-looking horse. But you do know his race form, don't you?
Well, he's...
I looked it up. I reckon the Scottish football team could beat him.
Let's just say I have a feeling.
Ah, well, it's your money. Now, a policy statement. I'm a small-time trainer. I haven't had my own yard very long, and I'm not in a position to pick and choose. But I'm straight. I don't enter horses for races when I'm not ready, and I don't pull strokes. I thought you'd feel happier knowing that.
Utterly. Anywhere along here is fine, thanks. No, drive on! Drive on, get out of here, go! There we go, jump! Well, that's a fine welcome back, I must say.
I'm just going out.
Oh, nice place you got here. Think he's doing another batch of credit cards, is he?
Where's the horse?
He's in the bar.
Cassidy.
He's at Harley's stables. Where do you think he is? Well, go on, get ready if you're going out. What's room service here?
Oh, no, you don't.
Why not? You won't be paying the bill, will you?
What do you want?
I need a place to stay.
Oh, yes.
Just for a couple of days, Buchanan. I'll be no bother, I promise. You'll hardly even know I'm here.
That's because you won't be. You in some sort of trouble?
Nothing I can't handle.
Cassidy, this con is a masterpiece. If you jeopardize it...
You know, that's a very good point, Buchanan. I better stay where you can keep an eye on me. Yeah, can I have room service, please?
The results of the blood test are produced on X-ray film as a pattern of dark bands. It's the sequence of these bands which is the DNA or genetic fingerprint of the individual it came from. And it's possible, using this technique, to prove paternity beyond the shadow of a doubt, as in this case where the arrangement of bands or horizontal lines is virtually identical. This test of parenthood holds as true for horses and dogs as it does for human beings.
Sorry to disappear, Phil. I had to make a couple of calls. What are you watching?
This Open University thing. It's bloody scary what they can do nowadays. You haven't got any illegitimate children, have you? Eh?
It's really very kind of you, Phil.
Glad of the company. Can't see what's in it for you, though.
Oh, simply pleasure. Can't remember when I last saw horses working out.
Oh, there's nothing in Hurley's yard to get very excited about.
You ride well, you look comfortable.
As the man said, there's no secret so close as that between the horseman and his horse.
I'm impressed. I don't know who can ride and quote certes.
Essential reading for a horseman. Oh, looking good.
Dear God.
What?
The horse with your Prince of Power is absolutely eating up the ground.
It does look useful.
Oh,
doesn't
it's
it?
magnificent. Oh, no.
What?
What the hell is going on here? Who are these people?
What?
Calm down, Declan. Mr. Kirby's an owner.
Mr. McGee, all we were doing...
I know what you are doing.
Whoa, hang on a minute.
No, this is ridiculous. Look, all we were doing... Mr. Kirby...
Listen here, Drove. Well, I don't know who this greaser here is with you, but I've got your number, okay?
What did you call me?
All right, that's enough. Come on.
Who does that guy think he is?
What, Declan McGee? Now, if you were a bookie, you wouldn't ask that. He's a professional gambler. And it isn't just bookies he takes either. He'll take anyone who's foolish enough to sit down and play a game of cards with him.
Well, how do you know him?
I swept his office once.
What?
Oh, electronically. It's one of the things I'm involved in. Private security. Services to industry and commerce.
What, you mean bugging people's boardrooms?
Well, more debugging, actually, but yes, that sort of thing.
Ah, hey, you're a fly one. What, and McGee's office?
Oh, shabby place, back of a pub. Hammersmith. Nothing there, of course. Just being paranoid. And then, just as I was leaving, he asked me to sit down for a friendly game of cards.
Yeah, and?
Well, it was very friendly. I ended up doing the job for nothing. Mind you.
What?
I wouldn't mind having a crack at him again.
You and me both, obnoxious little pillock.
Yes, that was unforgivable. I'm terribly sorry, Phil.
Well, what do you think he's got back there, Nijinsky?
Sorry, Fraser. I got a bit carried away. I don't know, I just felt protective.
You think someone's going to steal him? Keep your feet in the ground, Declan. Looking good out there and doing it in the track are two different things.
Yeah, well, he looked good to me.
Maybe.
How good is he, though?
He's very good.
But is he special?
Well, it's a trainer.
Oh, he wouldn't tell me. It's not my horse.
Oh, no. Still, after that gallop, I wouldn't mind being a fly on the wall when he talks to McGee.
Yeah. What did you just say?
Well, you did it. Pass me the transmitter, Inky. Come on, tuck this in.
So I'll do that.
What's the matter with you?
I don't feel right. I like him. He's a nice guy.
So he's a nice guy. All you've got to do is chat to him about racing. Come on, shape up, Cassidy. This is business.
That was a tragedy. You know, to this day, I still can't believe anyone would do that to a dumb animal.
A dumb animal.
Yeah, you're quite right. One of the greatest racehorses that ever lived.
I heard a story that while he was being held...
Don't tell me. While he was being held in captivity, they led a mare to him.
That's what I heard, and the mare got in full.
And then a few years later, a horse pops up out of the blue with form you wouldn't insult a donkey with and starts leaving Scotch marks all over the gallops. Next you were telling me that's Sue Clinton's, the illegitimate son.
Well done, Cassidy.
Well, I'm not saying he's that good. But you never know. Out there somewhere. And the question is, would you know him if you saw him?
Shergar? Oh, I'd know him anywhere. Not that he's alive. You can never be sure of offspring, though. Not in those circumstances.
Indulge my fantasy. Say it happened. Say it's Clint.
All right. In that case, you are now the proud and presumably very secretive owner of a potentially brilliant racehorse. Its value at stud is inestimable. That's who Clint is, the illegitimate son. I'd know him anywhere. Its value at stud is inestimable.
Have you ever heard such tosh?
Tosh? What do you mean, tosh?
Oh, come on. It's preposterous.
I mean, you heard him.
What have you seen Clint's race for? How many duck eggs after a name do you want?
But there would be, wouldn't there? I mean, you don't want a horse like this drawing attention to himself. You want him at stud, like his father.
So make an offer.
No, you're right, it's crazy. Excuse me.
Mr. McGee,
I believe I owe you an apology.
I think you owe us both.
Fair enough. Mr. Kirby, I'm Declan McGee. I was out of order yesterday, and I apologize.
You were a bit agitated.
I thought you were a bookmaker. I have a good horse there, Mr. Kirby. I don't want the men with satchels to know how good.
You're planning to race him then?
Well, I'm not using him to deliver Guinness.
I believe you enjoy a game of cards, Mr. McGee.
Does the sun rise in the east? Yourself?
Oh, now and then.
Anytime.
Are you sure you're up to this?
Do me a favor.
Look, don't get cocky. This game is a means to an end, not an end in itself. I'm going to pick up Kirby.
Who is it? I didn't order any room. Who's a pretty boy then? Not exactly Cardboard City, is it, Harry? You've got it all wrong. Sure. When you took off like that, I was so upset, I had to sit down. And I thought, oh, look, a tape machine with a cassette inside. A nice bit of music to calm my nerves, I thought. Just the job. I couldn't believe what I heard. The way I see it, Harry, you can keep his symphonies. Good stuff, mind, don't get me wrong. But this, the triple concerto, best thing he ever did. How did you know it was my favourite? Well, Harry, what are we going to do with you? I have a plan.
Where is he? He'll be here.
Oi, we'll wait. No explanations. Tonight, you deliver.
I mean, he's got an office here, hasn't he? He works here.
Right next to the bogs, Mr. Gurley. Can't blame him for not spending more time there than he has to.
All present? Yep. Let's do it.
He's got the jack.
I know. Couldn't be helped. I am sorry. Thanks, Lee. Evening, boys. Ah, Mr. Kirby. Nice to see you. See you've been using my absence profitably.
I invited Mr. Drover along. I presume you've no objection.
Ah, none at all. Little bit of moral support?
I don't need moral support.
Neither do I.
All right. Are we playing cards here or what?
Last card, gentlemen. Pair of aces. And a 10.
Time out, gents. This mineral water's doing its best work. Just down the corridor, did you say?
Yeah, just left past my office.
Right.
What the hell are you playing at, Cassidy?
I'll play my own game, Buchanan.
Sean! He's gone past it. Should have left it open.
Too obvious. Listen, Cassidy. If you carry on at this rate, you're going to clean him out. The only point of this exercise is to get him into that room.
And what's it to you if I make a few quid at the same time?
Because he might decide that dealing with you is not in his best interests.
Coming back.
Is there something I can help you with? Do you know what you have there?
I reckon.
What do you reckon?
Proof that Clint is the son of you know who. God knows where you got this from.
And what are you going to do with it?
I'm not sure. I'll tell you what I'd like to do.
Hmm?
I'd like to buy him off you.
Why should I sell him?
All right. One, I can make life very difficult for you now that I know. Two, if this horse is ever trained properly and runs to his true class, the authorities will find out and come down on you like a ton of bricks, so you can never race him. And three, I'm prepared to offer you a great deal of money for him.
I'm already sitting on a gold mine.
You can't be sure of that.
Can you?
Look, Mr. McGee, you're a professional gambler. You operate your money on a fast turnaround. This horse's offspring will take at least 3 years before they run. You can't afford to wait that long. I can.
How much?
50 grand.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm not being ridiculous, and you know it. Besides, you've already taken me for 7.
I'll think about it.
Well, don't be too long. Oh, and by the way, this horse is only useful to me at stud. I want a fertility test.
They're coming out.
Back to your place. Back to your places, everyone. Now, talk amongst yourself.
It's all there.
It had better be.
And my bride's all right?
No, they are not all right. They're driving me mad. You get them back tonight.
Make it good, Cassidy. Yes, but a loan shark.
Yeah, well, I had no choice. Wouldn't you do the same for your father?
Your father doesn't even speak to you. How long?
They've no idea. Anyway, no matter how long it is, he'll be properly taken care of.
Well, I hope he's grateful. Right, now business. Kirby's convinced. Cassidy.
Yes, he's convinced, all right? And he's offering 50 grand.
What's the catch?
He wants a fertility test.
Oh, well, give him one.
Clint's infertile. He fires blanks, Killfeather told me.
Killfeather?
The fella I bought the horse from.
You bought an infertile horse?
Yes, well, he looks terrific. You've seen him yourself.
You bought a horse that can't...
What do you want for less than £1,000, Errol Flynn?
No, I don't believe I'm hearing this. Now, you're hoping to convince a man that the horse he's about to buy is going to sire a dynasty of classic winners, and the animal is sterile? What's he supposed to do? Adopt?
Well, I didn't expect him to ask for a fertility test, did you? Frankly, my dear,
we swap horses. I mean, just for the vet while he takes a sample.
Kirby will be there even if he isn't. The trainer's bound to be.
We swap samples.
With what? This is a very delicate task, Guy. These samples are only good for half an hour. Where's it going to come from?
Haven't you got anything positive to say?
Will you get off my back, Buchanan? Don't you think I've thought of this?
Well, it's a pity you didn't think of it before, you Celtic cretin.
What did you call me?
It's a pity we didn't think about it before. Oh, I can almost taste the money, Cassidy. There's got to be a way. I mean, there must be something else we can get at. Not the horse, not the sample.
It's the vet.
You cannot be serious. Get out of it.
Inky, it's an absolute doddle, I swear.
You must think I come down in the last shower. Is he on drugs?
£1,000, Inky.
Oh, you as well?
Inky, all you need is a white coat and a bedside manner. I'll be there holding your hand anyway.
Yeah, and what will I be holding?
All you need do is smile indulgently at the enthusiastic amateur, me, while I take the sample. You're just there to oversee the scientific procedure. You won't have to hold anything.
What, I have to watch?
Well, of course you have to watch.
No.
$2,000.
Fraser, it's in the newspaper, the 5-day declarations. You've got him running in a maiden race at Campton next week.
Phil.
Look, Fraser, I appreciate your discretion, but I'm buying this horse. You must know that. I mean, to all intents and purposes, he's mine now.
All right. The thing is, I hadn't even told Mr. McGee yet. I had to move fast. The race is perfect for Clint.
That may well be, but I might not want him to run.
Why not?
Because I want him for stud.
Yeah, maybe eventually.
No, not eventually. Now. Look, I don't want him picking up place money in some silly little maiden races. I want him on the job.
Phil, this horse is a better horse than you think. The only reason he hasn't done any good up to now is because he's always run as a sprinter. I've been trying him over longer distances and he's responding well.
Read my lips, Fraser. Stud.
I don't see why we have to do the microscope tests on site.
Why can't we just take the samples away and tell him what he wants to hear on the phone?
Because his trainer will know, even if he doesn't, that these samples only have a shelf life of half an hour maximum. Even 5 minutes and it could be too late. You have to do it immediately.
What am I looking for?
Ah, Rinky, shape up, will you? I told you. What you should see is a load of tiny, wriggly, tadpole things. That's what Kirby wants to hear. You won't see them now. Just tell him they're there. What's the matter with you? Inky!
I'm scared of horses, all right?
What?
Well, I thought for £2 I might get over it. I'm working on it. Don't worry.
You seem to know what you're doing, Mr. McGee.
This is my vocation, eh? I hope I'm not doing you out of a job here, Doc.
You don't look very well, if you don't mind me saying so, Doctor.
Ah, he's fine. I had a bit of a college reunion last night. Didn't take any prisoners. Hey, Doc, come on. Hold this, will you? What? Come on, it's not going to bite. That's it.
Oh, all right, sorry. Excuse me.
Is everything all right?
Well, there's nothing wrong with old Clint. Oh, would you like to have a look?
Oh, I'd love to, what am I supposed to be looking for?
Well, to use the medical expression, lots of wriggly little tadpoley things.
Mr. McGee?
You look surprised.
What? No. It's the wonder of life. Always gets me here.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, if you'll just give us a couple of minutes, Mr. McGee and I have got some business to conclude. Fraser, would you just stay behind to witness the transfer?
So we can't pocket money. Pocket money.
I didn't fix anything. It was for real. Whoever said old Clint was infertile needs their head seen to.
Well, Lord be praised.
Yeah. Well, I'll stick to forgery if it's all the same to you.
Hey, you! Which one of you is Hurley?
I beg your pardon?
This is Fraser Hurley's yard, isn't it? The same Fraser Hurley that entered my horse in the race at Kempton next week.
Your horse?
Yes, I'm Patrick Kilfeather. And it was a condition of the sale that he wouldn't be raced. And besides, that character McGee isn't who he says he is. They never heard of him at Trinity College, Dublin.
Oh, dear, Sergeant. Not another one.
What?
Detective Superintendent Cassidy, sir, and this is Sergeant Inkiewicz, forensic. Another victim of Mr. McGee, I fear.
He said he was a doctor.
Oh, it's a very sad and familiar tale, sir. Now then, Sergeant, if you wouldn't mind taking this gentleman down to the local Nick, I'll take his statement shortly. Thank you very much.
That's him!
Kilfeather, it is very important that you don't look at him until the identity parade. Thank you, Sergeant.
What's Inky doing?
I'll explain later. Have you got the check?
I see the doc was in a hurry.
The rigours of last night, I'm afraid. Chance of a lift into town?
I think I'll change his name, you know, Les.
Oh, yes, Phil.
Yes, I mean, Clint. What sort of name's that?
It's no name at all.